Okay, here's something I generally don't do a lot. I just don't have a lot of time to do stuff like this. But today I decided I'm going to show the things that I sold in the month of October, 2017, this year. Let me start with this. My first sale for the month was this Fisher Price Great Adventures Castle and Pirate Ship cassette lot. Now, I bought these a long time ago. Let's see. And actually, I bought a whole box full of them, and they were very inexpensive. Okay, I bought these in 2015, and I listed them in February. And then I also had them for longer. So this is actually the first one that I sold out of a box full. I don't even remember how many I have. One person did ask me at one point if I would open them up to see if they work, and I said no, because that would ruin the collectability of them, because I'm selling them as sealed and new. Anyway, I got $25.99. I got a feeling I paid anywhere from $1 to $2 a piece. It was so long ago, I don't remember. But I finally sold one. I think I invested $40 in everything I bought. So $25.99. I'm on my way to breaking even on this, and it only took me 2 years. All right. My next sale of the month was these 3 pair of Murano Millefiori earrings. We decided to lot these because individually they would sell for very little, and they were similar in style. So for the 3, we got $39.99, $40. I guess about, I don't know, about $13 a piece, and free shipping, of course. I listed these in, and as of buy it now, I don't run a lot of auctions. I don't know the start date on these. It's not coming up for me, but these were not listed for very long, less than a year for sure. Okay, here's another item. I don't know. A lot of the stuff that I list stays on eBay for a long time, and I randomly sell stuff over that long time. I bought a huge bunch of karaoke CDs many years ago, probably 3 or 4 years, and I didn't list them until sometime this year. They kind of got buried, and was one of those projects I was going to tackle at some point. I bought them, I don't know, it was a quarter a piece, even less, don't know. These would not sell for me at a flea market. They would take forever to sell, so they went on eBay when I finally got the chance, and I listed them in March of this year, 2017. And I've been selling them, and I generally sell them for like $13. At the flea market, at most I could sell them for would be $4. On eBay, they sell for $13, $3 shipping, less than $2 in fees. I make $8 instead of $4, and they sell. And these are all sealed new. I couldn't list these on Amazon. There wasn't a category or whatever for them. In a sense, I'm glad I didn't, because my Amazon journey is probably coming to an end. Amazon, as I sell mainly 2 things on eBay. I make that Amazon. I sell games and I sell CDs on Amazon mostly. And Amazon has been gating me on CDs. So, oh, also, I'm not really finding any games worth listing on Amazon. So I think I'm just going to like ditch Amazon and move over to eBay, because what's the difference? It's all the same. If someone's looking for it, they'll find it on eBay and or Amazon. Anyway, I sold this antique Italian micro mosaic bracelet, and I got 74, make that 75 for it. And I was a little disappointed. That was an auction. But I was not greatly disappointed until the buyer did not pay me. And the buyer never paid me, and it's relisted now. eBay automatically opened an unpaid item case for me, and they relisted it. It didn't sell a second time, and now it's in my eBay store, and I raised the price. If you want something from me, and it's at auction, I know you're not buyers of mine, but I list it like that's my desperation price at auction. If you don't buy it from me at auction, price goes up, and then I don't really like lowering the price. And like I said, I hardly run anything in auction. Here's one thing I ran to auction again. This was it's a Blessed Martin de Porres. It's an enamel religious pendant. These are really old, and a lot of times the gold color is actual gold. I don't know if it's a lower grade gold or a 14 karat gold. Now, I had 3 of these, and I have 2 left. I sold them. The buyer got them, and then they found some tiny micro scratches on the enamel. These things are smaller than a dime. But they found some scratches, and they weren't happy because they paid $240 for the 3, $80 a piece. So I got them back, and then I sat on them, and then we finally got around to taking pictures, and we relisted the 3 to auction, and I was like, well, they sold for $240, start them off at $80 a piece, right? And I only sold 1 this time, and I sold that one for $80, 1 bid, which is why when I list something at auction, I don't like starting low. I'd rather start at my desperation price or what I think is a fair price. And in this case, I thought $80 was a fair price. As you can see, the items I list or the items I'm selling are kind of offbeat. It's not a lot of the same kind of things that a lot of other YouTubers and eBayers list. You know, they like a lot of items they can sell on Amazon, scan stuff. I go for unusual, antique, interesting items like that if I'm not selling toys, like make that games and CDs, which are actually my favorite things to sell. Anyway, second time I ran it, it did sell. I showed all the scratches and stuff. I turned it at an angle, highlighted all the minute amounts of wear. Again, this thing is smaller than a dime. You have to magnify it and hold it in a certain light to see these particular scratches, but the woman was not happy. I refunded, and this one did sell for $80, which it's not even there was one that was like very pristine, and this is one of the ones with scratches. I got $80. That buyer that sent everything back to me, she was blocked. So if she bought this again, it's because she got a new buyer ID. All right, here's a Ralph Lauren and Safari Eau de Perfume. Let's see when I listed this. I listed this in October of 2016. So it's been listed near a year. Got $58 for it. Don't remember what I paid for it. I probably would have paid maybe $10 at most. I do like selling perfumes on eBay, even though I get people who occasionally say it doesn't smell right or whatever, and I have to refund. They're easy for me to photograph, and I know how to ship them. You can't just ship them priority, whatever. You have to ship them ground. Here's a vintage Marjorie Bear Modernist Mixed Metals pendant. These sell, not necessarily a lot. At the flea market, I don't believe I'd get more than 10 or 12 for it if it would sell. But for us, it was an easy sale. Let's see, when did we list it? This might have been start time, June. Okay, this was listed in June of 2017. So sometime in the summer. $25. I don't know what we paid. I believe my wife would have paid like less than 10 for that. Here's another perfume. Now, I bought these many years ago, and this one, well, it says I listed it in April of 2017. I bought a box full of perfumes, all like in the box off of this guy many years ago. I paid between $5 to $10 a bottle. And for me, it was a gold mine. This particular perfume I've been selling for $160 every time it sells. I've had these for many years, so I would say at least 3 years. This particular perfume, I had a whole bunch of them sealed, maybe about 6 or 8. This was the last one. Now I have them open. Since there won't be any other like mine online, I kept the price the same. I don't sell these very often, but when I do sell them, it's $160. And I didn't know what it was worth when I was buying it. And I managed to figure out what it was worth, and it sells for what it sells because that's what it's worth, and nobody else has it. This was a good sale for us. This vintage sign Hattie Carnegie Lucite enamel rhinestone duck pin brooch, $204. This was an auction. I think it went for near or around what it was worth, which doesn't usually happen for us with auction. Generally, and my wife started like ridiculously cheap. Where did she start it? Yeah, she started at like $20. She had no clue. But other ones had sold for expensive, so I wasn't surprised, but I was happy that it sold. And this one they actually paid us for right away. What's this? All right. This was an auction, one bid, and it's a Taxco sterling abalone bracelet. Nice bracelet. It's signed LS. Don't know who the artist is. Certainly worth the $50 it sold for. We don't. Again, we've been listing more jewelry, but okay. This Art Deco necklace. My wife likes stuff that just has a nice look to it. This had multiple bids. Where did we start it? And this was an auction. We started off at like $40. Multiple bids. It went all the way up to $47.69. On a side note, when the woman got it, we had miscounted the dangles, and they were uneven. I told the lady, look, if she's not happy, just return it. Even though you can, I didn't even say this to her, but my wife was like, well, look, you can just take one of the dangles off, then they'll be even. But it was our mistake. I told her I'd refund everything, send it back, but I think she decided to keep it because she probably didn't think she was going to find another one anywhere else. She didn't ask for a discount, though, and I thought that was a coming. These two NFL Street games, one of them's worth, I don't know, 15. One of them's worth 10. I decided to pair them up and underprice them a little. I mean, it might have been, one of them might have been worth 18 and 12. I don't know. But I underpriced them a little. I can't sell stuff like this at the flea market, especially because it's PlayStation 2, and I sold them in a lot. This was done as a buy it now, and I listed this in September of 2017. It was not listed that long. Yeah, I wouldn't put stuff like that on Amazon because it's just not really worth it. You know, you can't put lots on Amazon, and one game wasn't worth listing, the other was, so I figured if I paired them up, they would sell together. Here's another perfume. This one I listed and it sold right away, $50. I think I priced it fair. It's an Azaro 9 Eau de Toilette spray. And this was part of that box full that I got. Yeah, I paid $1 for this. I went to the sale. I don't remember, but I bought about like 70 or 80 perfumes. They were all $1 a piece. That was one, $50 right there. Here's a lot of sterling silver jewelry. I started this in March. This is another buy it now. We got $75 a piece. I mean, $75 for 6 pieces of sterling silver jewelry. No complaints from the lady. She's happy. Basically, I don't know. Is that 15 a piece? Let's see. 30, 60, not even 6, maybe like $12 a piece. But at the flea markets, these are very hard to sell for us, and we only get like $10 or $12 at most anyway, so, you know, it was easier to sell it this way. I don't really have a lot of sales for the whole month. I sell like, you know, some people sell like hundreds and hundreds of items. I don't even sell that much on eBay. Most of my sales matter, though. They're not like $5 or $10 sales. Usually they're 20 and up at the very least, except, you know, for some items. This was priced. This is a Richard's pin, and this is what his jewelry looks like. I had it up for 25. Woman offered me 15. I was like, no, right? Politely. And I don't do counter offers. It's just like, you know, no, that's how I am. I don't have time to dicker back and forth. It's like, if you want it, you want it. Just buy it. Don't bother me. Most of my prices are fair or reasonable or whatever. Then after me not responding other than no, sorry, right? She came back a couple days later, offered 20. I checked with the wife because, you know, I just do that. Normally I would just be like, nah, sorry. But the wife said, just do it. And I'm like, fine, I did. And I sold it for $20. I got some patches here, and I bought these patches in Florida over the holiday, Christmas, and I listed them in Florida, and they did not sell. I paid $10 for a bag of patches, and I picked what I thought were the most expensive one. I sold 2 of the patches to the same person, $10. I still have more of the patches. I don't know if these were the most expensive of the patches that I bought, but they were Rhode Island State Pistol League team champions. This one I got $50, which, you know, pretty damn good, huh? And then I sold this lot of 2 patches. And again, at Providence, Rhode Island, and a Revolver Club. And I lotted these 2 for $38.99. So basically, I got almost $90 for some patches, and I still have a bunch more that I only paid $10 for. That was a good buy. Sometimes I'll do patches, things like that. Patches, I mean, I would do patches all the time as long as they're worth more than, like, I don't know, say 15, shipping included, because I don't like having a lot of inexpensive items sitting around. But the thing about patches that makes them okay with me is their small size and how easy they are to store. Here's just the sterling silver necklace. It's got a teardrop link. Very nice. Normally, I would not be able to sell this for very much at a flea market. Maybe $15 to $20 at most. On eBay, and probably nobody would even buy it. But I got $45 for it, which is pretty good. We were happy with that. But I did not. You know what? Actually, no. This was only listed since April 2017, so not even that many months. So that's pretty cool. Who knows how long we had it for at the flea market. This is fun. This is a Trifari Alfred Philippe Jelly Belly brooch pin, and it's as is. And I had 16 bids on this. And it's, like I said, as is. It's missing crystals, whatever, right? And it sold for $112.51. Unfortunately, this buyer decided not to pay. So right now, I'm in the middle of an unpaid buyer case with this one. And I am sure the buyer will not pay. That's the way it seems to be going with some of these eBay buyers lately. They bid and then they don't pay. I don't know why. I wouldn't bid if I couldn't pay. So I don't know why they do it. It screws me up because everything I sell, I look forward to getting the money and I need it for this or that. But because this person did not pay, we will probably eBay will run it as an auction, right? But I don't know if I'm going to let it run as an auction because maybe this person thought like this, maybe round 2 it would sell cheaper, right? But if eBay runs it at an auction, I'm going to start it at about 100. I don't know. I guess maybe 112. And if it doesn't sell, I'm going to put it in my eBay store for between 150 and 200. It could sell for 200. I was actually a little disappointed when this sold. The person who did not buy it, in my opinion, if she really wanted it, was foolish. Anyway, I think I'm almost done. No, I still got a few more. Here's a very, I think, beautiful necklace. And it's made with turquoise and agate and clear crystals. And we got $75 for this. We were going to sell this at the Rutherford Street Fair. Unfortunately, I was not able to go to the Rutherford Street Fair because of my car, which pretty much died and left me stranded in Tampa for a few days. And I missed the Rutherford Street Fair, which we were disappointed about. I don't know what we paid for this, 20, 25, something like that. We were hoping to get like 40 or 50 at least at the street fair. We put it on eBay 75 and it sold. When did we list it? This was sold rather quickly. There's a bid? Nope, it was a buy it now. So I got a feeling, okay, what happened with this was it went to auction, did not sell, probably for $50. And then we wound up raising the price to maybe 60, and then we raised the price to 75, and it sold kind of quick. Here's another perfume, Thierry Mugler, Alien, whatever. This was a quick sale for me. I priced it right. This was one of the perfumes that I paid. No, you know what? I had this a long time, and I just never got around to shipping it. But I've been putting perfumes on eBay right now, and I listed it and sold rather quickly. Only $22, but it's not expensive to ship. It probably cost me $4 to ship, so it was a good profit. Here's another piece of jewelry that we ran to auction, did not sell. I believe we started at $50 or $60. We relisted it, put it in the store, raised the price anywhere from $15 to $25, depending on what we started at, $50 or $60. Sold for $75. And this one's signed Iguala CLR. Yeah, as you see, mostly I'm selling a lot of jewelry. Okay. These perfume... Well, actually, I don't know if they're perfume bottles, but they're stoppered bottles. Maybe perfume bottles. I put perfume bottles in my title. On eBay, little delicate, lovely bottles like this can sell $25 to $48 a piece if you are patient. What I decided to do was, since they all had similar stoppers, was to list them together in a lot. They're all made by the same maker, $92. Let's see when I listed them. Had these on for almost a year, but I got $90, $92, and I was very happy with that. At the flea markets, the most I can sell perfume bottles like that for would be in the $5 to $10 range. They're really cheap at the flea markets I go, and I'm almost positive I would have broken the stoppers before I had sold them anyway. So here's my last sale of the month. Another perfume, Prince Machiavelli Aviance Cologne. I think I listed this and it sold rather quickly. It sold, I don't know, it was about 10 days, 11 days. This, I cannot remember, but I believe this was part, I think I paid $1 for this. This was part of that big bunch of perfumes. I don't really know what I sold in totals this month. eBay, if I check my eBay page, not a lot. $1,300. And not really $1,300. Oh, no, actually $1,300, because 187 of the sales were the buyers who did not pay. Anyway, that's what I sold. Maybe you can learn something from my sales. Try and buy things like I bought and price them in the same price range. Hopefully, when you buy them, if you can find them, because these are all oddball items. I like dealing with unusual or oddball items. If there's a bunch of them on eBay, I don't really like listing them on eBay. But anyway, if you do see items like these, pick them up. If you're patient and can wait for as much as many years, sometimes you will sell them in the same price range that I did. And I hope you've learned something from this video. And I might do this again next month. We'll see, depending on how much time I have. And how many views it gets, if there's any interest in it at all.